We finally have some news on the half anniversary for NIKKE, so I do want to talk a little bit about the possible rewards we're getting for the half anniversary, the unit most likely that we're getting, and then a little bit of my predictions on things that would be funny but no one wants to see. So before we start, hello the internet, welcome back to Waifus. I'm Sefhi, and today's topic is actually going to be, of course, the half anniversary rewards. Now, thanks to this picture, we more or less can guess who the character is going to be. But for those of you who don't know, NIKKE just posted two tweets. One, of course, for the anniversary stream, which I'm assuming is going to be, who the fuck are these? Is Shifty and Anis? I guess it's Shifty and Anis, right? Looks like Shifty and Anis on a dress. I hope this is a skin for Anis, all right? I'm a sucker for Anis, even though my wife is, of course, Crow until next month, But we're getting the stream on April 20, and then we're getting the first promotion for the half anniversary. Now, once again, this promotion is telling us everything we need to know. So, for those of you who don't know, Hope shall be with the last kingdom. There is only one character in the game, two actually, that can be referred for a kingdom, and that's of course going to be Crone and Chime. So, for those of you who don't know, Crone and Chime are the Pilgrim duo people are talking about. We don't know if it's gonna be a duo or not. It would be funny, but Crone is the queen, and she says in the game that everywhere she stands or wherever she stands, that is her kingdom, right? Her kingdom goes with her. And the right hand of Crone, it's Chime. So that's why people are telling that it could be a Pilgrim duo. Now, if we get a Pilgrim duo for an Elysian duo, that would be actually funny as fuck. Because at least Shift Up is being consistent on ignoring Elysian. We need to give them that. So that would be pretty funny in my opinion, right? Now, there is two options. We get a Pilgrim duo, or we actually get a free MLB being Chime. I would prefer if we get free MLB Chime, not only because I don't like her design, but because I think a double Pilgrim banner is gonna be too much, because they might actually also rerun, of course, Dorothy. It would be nice if they do rerun Dorothy. A lot of people did not get her or want to get more copies or whatever the case might be, but I would think it's better if we get a rerun on a new character rather than two new characters, because remember, we're getting Summer after this. We're getting two cheerleaders before this also. Like, those cheerleaders are looking amazing. We don't know if it's gonna be two banners or just one. I hope it's only one, because my wallet cannot keep up with this many characters. That's it, all right? Subscribe, help me to the channel, share the video so we can keep spending money in NIKKE. I'm just saying, right? I'm just being honest with you, right? So, the last kingdom most likely is referring to Crone and Chime. We could be wrong, but that's most likely the case. If it's a duo or a single unit, we'll see. Do you guys prefer if it's a duo? Would you like to actually see a Pilgrim duo? Do you think it will be too broken? Because if it's a duo, it has to be on par with Bunnies and with Schoolgirls, right? Because it's Pilgrim. Or should it be even stronger, which makes no sense because those two combos are already broken, right? So I would prefer a single one. Do let me know what you guys think. Now, let's get into the rest of the stuff that we most likely are going to be getting. And the most important one, and the first one that I think it will be funny as fuck. Exclusive NIKKE content if you own a Stellar Blade. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. I know no one wants to actually see this, but it would be funny. Imagine all of the content, all right? Just imagine all of the content. That said, I think they could do something like this. Of course, not a unit like, for example, Alloy in Genshin Impact, right? But something more along the lines of some cosmetics or some things you could collect in-game thanks to owning a Stellar Blade. I don't think it's a bad idea, and I don't think it's that bad as people want to think it is, right? Of course, an exclusive unit would be bad. I think it's funny, but it will be bad. On that regard, I was thinking of getting a PS5, and I was like, bro, do I get a PS5 just to play a Stellar Blade? But then I was like, nah, that's like a $500 stream. Too much, right? We're getting the half anniversary, we're getting Wuthering Waves. I'll spend the money in there instead of on a Stellar Blade. Now, I also think we're gonna be getting most likely more than 100 pulls. On both anniversary and the previous half anniversary, we've gotten more than 100, usually 105 to 120 pulls in total. And then we also get some extra in the mail by achievements or by watching the streams themselves. I don't think there's much to say in here. The only thing to take into consideration if you're a new player is that all of these pools are not advanced vouchers. All of these pools are not going to be for the good Pilgrim banner. Most of them are going to be for the normal one right here. And then some of them will be actually for this banner. Speaking of banners, guys, 793 gems. No comments. Now, this is something I do hope we see. 62% mods. Once again, hear me out, okay? They said last year that they were increasing the molds by 1% because there were too many units. It is time we get an extra 1%. And this is just for Shift Up to keep consistency on fucking us over their systems, all right? Nothing else. I think it will be funny. I think it will be pretty cool if we see a 1% increase each year. Now, keep going. We can ignore the cringe global student because this will depend on if you like them or not. The last stream we got, I actually think it wasn't that bad. The first one we got was a lot worse in my opinion. Now, a gacha skin, I think it's pretty obvious we're gonna be getting one 100%. It seems like they're doing one at least with each major event, and then from time to time they're releasing one for popular characters. Now, regarding the popularity poll, this already got leaked on Facebook. It looks like the Japanese page for NIKKE posted earlier. They're doing a popularity poll where we're gonna be getting in-game items. I'm not sure if it's gonna be items like these ones, or it's actually going to be something like frames like we've been getting for other stuff. If it's frames, I would prefer that, honestly. The frames are amazing, the ones we got last time. The only incognito is Modernia going to be on this popularity poll in case we get the free skin? Or since she already got one, is she not allowed to be here? I'm just saying because it's unfair, all right? It's unfair. Scarlet should have won. Now, characters that I think could be winning and deserve to win in there. Marciana, the killer wife. Or a dress and a good skin for Rappi or Anis, okay? I'm just saying. Those could be good rewards to get. You vote for whoever you like, but let's move into the last part. There's two, actually. Of course, we can ignore the abnormal tower. That was just my chat giving stupid ideas, which I hope they do not implement. And then we have the Liberation update. This is an interesting one. So Liberation, for those of you who don't know, most of you are already done with most of the characters in Liberation, but we have not gotten a single update for Liberation on a while. And by while, I really mean it. We got, of course, Quincy, Sin, and Guilty, and then we got Nihilister. The thing is, are we getting more characters? Because we know of at least two that could be in here, right? If we follow what they did with Nihilister, there is Medusa and there is Indie Medusa in Spanish is jellyfish, and we know who this is already on the story. That is Liberalio, that is the picture on our Discord server. I really like her design, and I hope I can get her. I like jellyfish designs for waifus. I don't know why. And then the best design in this game so far, of course, is also for Indivilia. We've seen her on the story already. No spoilers in terms of how or what happens, but we've seen her already. So I do hope we get an update, or at least what they're planning on doing with this system, because it's really like being abandoned at this point. They're doing absolutely nothing with it, right? It's like they don't care no more about the system, or they are reworking it. I hope it's a rework. Maybe easier to get dupes, maybe it's on a different way altogether. Right now, for me, for example, let me get this. Right now, for example, for me, I have enough to buy 3 dupes of a character. Actually, I have enough for 5 dupes or 3 of a normal one, but I do not want to get them because I'm waiting for Indivilia or Liberali. I could also be getting cubes, but since I don't really compete, I do not need. Now, all that japping, all that said, I think those are like the things that I'm expecting the most. Of course, not abnormal tower, it will be funny, but I'm not expecting that. Of the things that I'm expecting for half anniversary, we can deduct, thanks to this picture that's saying the last kingdom, that is going to be Chime and Crown for half anniversary, which I'm down for. I'm actually excited for the anniversary. I think NIKKE, even though, again, there's a lot of core issues within the game when it comes to quality of life updates and consistency on the events and what we get. It's been amazing. There is 0 complaints on my end there. I have a lot of complaints about other stuff, right? But when it comes to the rest, I think it's pretty good. Now, all that said, we're going to be live later, playing Astra, playing Solo Leveling, playing NIKKE and AFK Journey. If you want to come hang out, come say hello, have a great time. Thank you to my patrons for making this content possible. You can join them with the link in the description down below. Good luck with your pool units, and see you in the next one.
役立たずは楽園から追放するのみ。ブランとノワールのショータイムです。天地万物を切るとはこういうことだ。